raising the children. But she is most familiar with Simo, so she's kind of getting reacquainted with him first. And Chinook is actually our other male dolphin who's hanging out in the back pool. So we're just kind of taking it one at a time, because 2 adult male dolphins that would be a little overwhelming for our little 4-year-old female. So we're going to introduce you to Simo and Spree here. Spree is just 4 years old, and she's about 300 pounds. For you, and then show you how they use them to communicate. So dolphins have 2 fins on either side of their body. They are used for stopping and steering. We're going to have them wiggle them along the water surface here so you can see these are the pectoral fins. Now the pectoral fins are used for stopping and for steering. And now in this case, what they're going to do is very quietly, they're going to take their pectoral fins and slap them right on the water surface. Now this is a way for them to kind of say, hey, here I am. You hear that? Yeah, it's a quiet sound, but it's simply a way for a dolphin to say, hey everybody, here I am. It's also a way for a dolphin to show displeasure as well. Now, the next fin we're going to point out is called the tail fin or fluke. It's really what moves the dolphins through the water. We're going to tip them upside down so you can get a good look at the tail motion action here. Up and down just like that. Tail fins, in fact, move up and down rather than side to side like a fish. That's what really moves them through the water, especially when they need to move very fast. Get out of that momentum that they need to jump in the air. Now, if you're a dolphin, that tail is practically all muscle. And so when you use that tail to make a noise on the water surface, it's pretty loud. So we're going to have Simo and Spree go ahead and do what we call tail lobbing. It makes a loud noise. Dolphins leap into the air and then just come crashing back down on their back or side. Now, dolphins breathe to make some noise. Sometimes they do it to scratch an itch, sometimes they do it to remove parasites, and as you can see with Spree, sometimes they do it just for fun. Now, dolphins also make other sounds. It's called vocalizing. But when dolphins are vocalizing, it's a little misleading because really those sounds are not coming from their mouth. The dolphins have no vocal cords. And in fact, they don't even breathe from their mouth. But when dolphins produce sounds, they're coming from the blowhole that's located on top of their head. That is where the dolphins breathe from. And when they exhale, they can use the muscles around the blowhole to produce different sounds. Let's listen to a few of them here. Simo's got a great one of our favorites that we like to call his crazy laugh. Wow. Demo.